The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available on Amazon.
The Mike Wagner Show, also brought to you by The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, available on Amazon, highlighting the Book of David.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Coming soon, Missing 2, Double Suspense, Double Fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, including 30 exquisite paintings and King David Psalms. Amazon.com, keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner, and check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, 50 podcast platforms, heard in over 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, also BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, and more. Make sure you check us out today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who brought all his buddies together. We had him on the show before, too. He's 1/5 of this wonderful group. He was also part of Men of Vision, Daryl McFadden and the Disciples, host of Vibe Sessions, official podcast. He's bringing everybody together to call themselves RIFF. And ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, all over the United States, we're all coming together. This is a 90s musical group from Paterson, New Jersey, best known for Fair East Side, from Lean On Me, also with Every Time My Heart Beats, and also If You're Serious, and more. We'll be talking about Hold You Down with the very multi-talented RIFF. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today. And it is great to hear from you again.
Hey, man, thank you so much for having me back on. I got my boys with me. You see them. These are them Lean On Me boys, we like to call them. And down below there, all the way down at the bottom, that's the young, he like to say he's the youngest man
that's it.
Of the group.
That'll
be Andre Jackson Lamar. We like to call him Lamar. That's Lamar down there. And then right next to him is Snoop B, the mayor. Okay. Y'all know him. That's the boss man. That's Anthony Fuller. We call him Big Chill. And we missing one guy, Delvis Damon. He's traveling right now. He said he was going to try to pop on. But we are here, Mike. Mike, thanks for having us on, man.
Yes, sir.
What's great to have you on board, guys. That you guys have been around for quite some time. Got known for Lean On Me music group of Paterson, New Jersey, and you guys had pretty much worked with a lot of things. My Heart Is Failing Me, reaching number 6, and also If You're Serious, Every Time My Heart Beats. And you guys been on Arsenio Show, Tonight's Show, and also Soul Train. You had To Me Concern as well. And right now we've come together with Hold You Down. Before getting all that, Nitty, give us a quick update on how you got started and just tell us what's been happening.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn it over because I'm a yapper. So I'm gonna let some of these other guys get in so that the people know who they are. Because I've been on this show. This is a rock star show. So we're gonna let Chill start it right now. Chill, tell them what Riff been up to, man. Give them some history.
Okay, so the history dates back from 1989. You have 5 young men who attended a high school from out of Paterson, New Jersey, that was called Eastside High School. Mm-hmm. From there, everything basically got started because of a man by the name of Joe Clark. Joe Clark was a principal who was mainly like a father figure to a lot of students that was there. And it just so happens that one of these particular days, Michael Nitty Green that's got caught up into a situation because, you know, as you can see him right now, he's a pretty boy. And what happens is that the girls, they gravitate to him. So he had a lot of fans in Eastside High School at that time. So one day, Mr. Clark, told him he needed to come to the office. He came to the office, and because of what happened on that day, he had to come back and sing the school song the next day. So Nitty, he didn't want to do it by himself. He came and got a couple of the guys, and from that, we came back the next day. After that happened, we sung the song over the loudspeaker, and everybody went crazy. And from that situation that happened in the high school that day, I believe the screenwriter, the musical director, and the producer, they came to Eastside High School. And when they came to Eastside High School, it just so happened that because of the popularity of the school song that we created during the time that we sung it, Mr. Clark, who was the principal, as I stated earlier, he wanted us to sing it. When we sung it, everybody just went crazy, as they always would do whenever RIFF would sing it. We was the Playboys at that time. So when, like I said, when we sung it, they went crazy, and you had the brain to start working, because we didn't even have to audition when they decided to come back to create the whole story about Mr. Joe Clark. We was presented a contract to be a part of the movie, which was the bathroom scene. So we sung in the bathroom scene. We got a chance to meet Morgan Freeman. And I'll make this real quick. We met Morgan Freeman, did the same with him. And from that movie, they created a production company called Fair Shot Production. And history became right then and there as of that day, to where we got shopped at one label. And from one label, they signed us right on the spot, EMI SBK Records, and that's how RIFF became, the group that we are now, 37 years later.
Hey, listen, I want to just butt in and say that Chill just did a marvelous job. Did you see how he just bounced? Like, he went from bang, 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 man. Thank you, man. That was amazing how you did that, bro. That's great.
Oh, amazing. Bing, bing, bing. It sounds like you got a lot going right there. And right. Anthony, tell us how you first got started, before, getting to the group. How did you first get started musically and career-wise and everything?
Okay, well, it all started from our roots. All of us was brought up into church. Stephen Snoop B and Michael Nitty Green, they come from the same family, mothers or sisters. So they attended the same church. And myself and my brothers, Dwayne Jones at the time, we was into church too as well. So we got a chance to meet from the church circuit. From the church circuit, we performed gospel groups, and we were already a gospel group. And then it made things that much easier to transition in terms of going into the high school. So a lot of people don't know that we were already singers, but it's just that we never thought about entertaining the R&B or, how they say it, the R&B field. We straight was church boys. And what we did, it was an opportunity of a lifetime to be a part of a movie. From the movie, we never thought in 1,000 years we would be entertainers, R&B entertainers.
Be honest. Let me just break in just a little bit. Be honest, like after we caught the bug, Mike, and we saw that the ladies was coming even harder. We realized then that ladies like singers. So our popularity got up 100,000 degrees. And, hey, come on, tell it, Smooth, tell it. The ladies was on us. And I'm telling you, Mike, we went as far as like straight up burning our hair out, man. We was putting juices, man. We was dressing different, man. We was the Temptations all over again. I promise you, it was happening in Eastside High School. It was happening.
Rock stars.
It was going down. So we learned a lot, man. But now we're here, man. We're here. We got brother Andre Lamar, the youngest guy, fabulous singer, man, like incredible singer, and Delvis Damon, who is not here, man, which, like I said, he's traveling. But we are here, man.
Or you're right, my pipe in later, too. And Anthony, just to get back to you a bit, who are some of your favorite singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Oh, man, it dates back from the Temptations. And I use the Temptations as a group because they, inspired us, coming up, who don't like the Temptations, the Four Tops. I'm like a old school, even from the
Go ever ready.
Okay, I'm going to the gospel too. So even if you go back to the gospel roots, I would say like the Mighty Clouds of Joy, the gospel keynotes, Harvey Watkins, Commission, of course. Definitely Fred Hammond. Big ups to Fred Hammond. He got a chance to work on a song on our second album, To Whom It May Concern. So Fred Hammond, got to give him a shout out. So even from Commission, the Canton Spirituals. So I can name a bunch of gospel groups, that influence us all, within the RIFF brand. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot. And then from I can't leave from not saying this. The Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5. I think they did it for everybody. Everybody, they did it for all of us when it comes to any type of music. That family basically paved the way for every entertainer that's out here in some shape or form. They paved the way for all of us. And they don't get the recognition like how they should, but I got to shout them out. It was one of the first groups that did it.
It's crazy because I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I really wasn't I liked Michael Jackson and Jackson 5, but I was more of a New Edition guy.
Yes, I remember you were telling me something about that being a big influence as well. And get more of that. Let's go to Andre as well too. And career-wise, tell us how you first got started, Andre.
Listen, Mike, I was in church, like literally in church when I found out about Mike's mom. She went back to Mike and she said, this is Guy, and one thing leads to another, and that's really how I ended up auditioning for the group. But I knew of them, and I always make fun about being, the youngest member in the group because I remembered them when I was a kid. I remembered watching them when everything was happening in Paterson. I remember what was going on at East Side before the movie came out. I remembered hearing about these guys, and I remembered hearing them sing together. So when the movie came out, and then they came out with their first album, one of the barbershops I used to go to had their poster up there, and all of the women was screaming, "Oh, look at Mike, look at Mike, look at the green eyes, look at the green eyes, I love him." And then they looked at Dwayne, and they, he had the little curly kid in his hand, and, so all the girls was looking at them, and then when they heard Smooth sing, they said, "Oh, his voice is so deep, it's so nice." And I had to come in and I had to teach Smooth how to sing the bass. Even though I'm like, that's what I say all the time. And then Chill, I actually got to hear Chill for the first time at a church. Riff came through to the church, and it was just him singing that middle note that really hit the melody, and it brought it all together. And I was in the front row listening to them sing Silent Night, and I was blown away. And then Mike's mom, I didn't realize this was his mother. She and I are at the same church. I'm playing the drums and I'm singing. And, I sang a song one day and she said, "My son wants to meet you." I didn't really believe her. I was like, nobody wants to hear me. And then one thing leads to another. So I go from just, being a church boy and a drummer in the church and, a vocalist. And if you listen to Delvis will say he's not a drummer that can sing. He's a singer that can play the drums. That's how Delvis says it. So one thing led to another. And I ended up in Mike's living room for an impromptu audition because I didn't know all of the guys were going to be there. I thought I was just coming to meet Mike and, talk to him about potential opportunities. And some of the questions that, you just asked Anthony, they asked me, who were some of your musical influences? Donny Hathaway, PJ Morton, Jasmine Sullivan, my wife, Ayanna George, now Ayanna Jackson. These are just some of the most amazing vocalists. Sam Cooke, Otis Redding. These are some of my absolute favorites, right? And they've shaped and influenced me and just my musical direction and where I wanted to go in life. And who knew that just growing up with older parents, being exposed to the Muddy Waters, all of the blues, all of the old school gospel, the Jackson Southern Airs. I am a Jackson, and my father's mom and that side of the family were all a part of the Jackson Southern Airs. My grandfather was a singer, and I found out about this stuff much later. But that's where the musical experience comes from. A big Motown kid. The Drifters, the Temptations, the Four Tops. Like you couldn't go wrong with that. And I still have vinyl records of Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. To this
oh
day,
my goodness, that's got to be worth something. Yes.
Oh man, like I got that stuff. You know what I mean? So just growing up listening to all of that, the Shy Lights, it comes full circle, and then we put it in, and we do what we do. Delvis comes in with fantastic arrangements. Snoop B just holds the bottom down like you never believe. Mike tries to avoid being on the top, but he's got one of the most buttery, silky smooth voices up there you could ever hear. And Chill will take you to church at any given moment. Okay, so it's like with everything, it's like I'm so proud to be a part of the group, and I make fun of being the youngest member. But the truth is, as the youngest member in the group, I've learned so much from them. They've helped me with stage presence, and they've helped me with vocal ability, and learning how to be a performer and not just a singer. You know what I mean? There's a big difference from just singing a song. Anybody can just sing a song, but to actually get on stage and do so with confidence, all four of these brothers have helped me develop as a person and an artist. And I couldn't be more grateful for them and proud of what we're building together.
And Mike, I got to tell you, Andre Lamar is being real modest right now. Because when we first heard him sing in his living room, we was like,
blown away.
What is going on here? Like we never heard nobody sing like this before.
Correct.
So it was like, oh man, there's nobody touching what we're trying to do now. Now that this young man is here, his vocals is top tier. And we're blessed to have him here, man. So,
and of course, you guys are all doing a great job having fun. Let's get to Smooth B as well, too, and tell us how you first got started.
Well, basically, I'm one of the original five. After I heard that it was like a little birdies going around like, yo, your cousin and them, they did the school song. They killed it. It was slamming. It was, one day. So I heard it. I was sitting there in the morning and I heard it. And then that day, me and Kenny Kelly, we went over by Anthony and Dwayne house, which is on East 24th Street, which is now named Riff Road. We were in the backyard and we were just messing around. And then all of a sudden you hear, we just start, messing around with the song. And then there's this song that we do from Gladys Knight and the Pips. And all of a sudden we just say, yo, what if we just do this all aboard, do like 3-part, add the bass. And then, we just, next day we went back and did that one. And the rest, like Chill said, was history. It started off with 3 parts. And then we developed it into 5-part harmony. And then that's how history was made.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that was certainly amazing, and just amazing as well too. And Smooth, who are some of your favorite singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
With me, it was Barry White, Isaac Hayes, Stevie Wonder. Then we got Stokely. Temptations as well. It was just a lot. Like Blue Magic, I heard that every Saturday morning when it's time to clean up. My mother was playing the 45, so that was my inspiration right there.
Mm-hmm. Right. And certainly as well, too, we'll get to some of the hits before we talk about Hold You Down with the Members of Regret. We'll get that in 1 minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SoundCrab Studios. Visit online at soundcrabstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SoundCrab Studios is the answer. SoundCrab Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@soundcrabstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love you to first go missing. It's available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Missing by Me and Molson Zia's got great reviews, and Eve 11 endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassie, Forrest Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes Missing by Me and Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Coming soon, Missing 2, Double Expense, Double the Fun. Check it out on Amazon. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, including 30 exquisite pains and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives a new perspective of David through Psalms he wrote and his time as a shepherd started, and complicate your term or relationship with King Saul. It's to have love, betrayal, repentance, hope, and more. Check out the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, 50 podcast platforms, heard in over 110 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, BitChute, Rumble, YouTube, and more. Take us with you on any mobile device, and for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com, check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com, check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast, and for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Me and Molson Zia. Great books, merchandise, and more, and support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We have the amazing 90s music group from Paterson, New Jersey, RIFF here on the Mike Wagner Show. Nitty Green, backed by Pop Demand, and we also got Anthony Chill Fuller, Andre Jackson, Stephen Capers, and you had some music out there. You got your pickup dedicated, Never Walk Alone, My Heart Is Failing Me, White Man Can Jump. Maybe you guys can pick one song you guys did and tell us more about it. I'm getting the floor to you guys. Come on, pick, choose. Okay. Come on, your team. Let's go.
Okay, so we could talk about White Man Can't Jump. So White Man Can't Jump was done by a great, phenomenal producer by the name of Dallas Austin. He was and still is a great producer, very popular back in the days when White Man Can't Jump was presented to us. It was presented through a movie. Everybody know about Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes. Oh,
yeah. I remember watching that one.
Yeah, White and Rosie Perez. And we got a chance to not only do the title cut of the song, we got a chance to have the video done and shot in L.A. along with Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, and Rosie Perez. And it was a wonderful, great experience. It was a lot of pressure because Rosie Perez, she taught us choreography. At least she was trying. Yeah, she was trying to teach us right on the spot while we was filming and shooting the video. So that was a great experience. And that was it was a big record. It did well cross seas, very well cross seas. And the movie did good too as well. So that was one of my most great experience as far as having the actors and the actresses a part of our whole video was a great experience, and that's it.
Yeah, but what Jill left out is we shot in LA and in Florida, so it was like we did two shots, like
Correct.
So. That was like kind of our first multiple video shoots, like in Florida, then in LA. Then we had Woody, Wesley, and Rosie there. So that was, that was nice.
Great.
Oh my God!
Quick story. It's funny because we had met Wesley Snipes in New York, and he was like, we actually we walked up on him on the street. You know what I mean? He told us how he liked song and stuff like that there. He had heard it. And he was walking with the young Halle Berry.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, a young Halle Berry before she got big, right? Like debut, extra, whatever.
Right. Correct.
Wow. She was standing there looking.
And still is to this day, guys. Still is. Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I want to talk about a song that we did called Perfect 10. We don't get a chance to sing it as much as we
absolutely go ahead.
We like, you know what I mean? Shout outs to my boy Vito. He sings with the Hamiltons right now. Me and him wrote the song together, and we got a chance to go in the studio and cut it. We shot the video. I think that was one of your first videos, right, Dre?
That was Mike. That was the first video.
The first video. It was a great experience shooting that video with the great G-Lock. And man, we hope to work with him again. But the the video. You can go check these videos out on RIFF Sounds on YouTube. You can check out our whole musical catalog. It's right there. You sit there, follow us.
Correct.
Okay, and I think we got that here. We also had My Heart Is Failing Me, If You're Serious, Every Time My Heart Beats. And which one of you wants to talk about the next one? Dre, Smooth, Nitty? Come on.
Well,
Anthony already had his say.
I can talk about My Heart Is Failing Me, which was our very first video shoot. We was actually out on tour with Vanilla Ice. And Ice, I think, at one point was going overseas, so we had a break. So we flew from, can't remember where we flew from, but we flew back to New York. We shot the video of My Heart Is Failing Me. Then we flew back, met up with the bus, and then just went back on tour. So, like, that was one of my favorite moments out of many. But our very first.
My goodness.
My Heart Is Failing Me, If You're Serious, Every Time My Heart Beats was from our first LP. See, they called them LP back then. You know what I mean?
You know, vinyls that are making a comeback. And I've got one myself back over here. Someone just gave me as well, too. So I'm back into collecting, guys. Look at that. I'm back into collecting now. So,
all right.
So that was when people actually used to put the records on the turntable, man, spin it, man. So those were the golden years.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm about to pull out mine as well too. In fact, you know, going way back, it's like you got the 3-in-1s, the quadraphonics, and everything like that. The stackables. I think we should all start buying one and show them off on our necks as well. So, Andre, I think we're gonna come to you as well too. Maybe you can pick a song that you guys did. I think we had. Or talk about Heart Is Failing Me, If You're Serious, Every Time My Heart Beats, White Man Can't Jump, and maybe you can pick one and talk about what you guys have done. We haven't mentioned.
Well, we've got Hold You Down. That's our most recent single.
I was just going to get to that. Thank you.
Yeah, Hold You Down. Hold You Down is such a lighthearted, fun, lively record for us. It's a real nice summertime record. You know what I mean? And it's really dope for all of us to have some input and to just do what we do. You know what I mean? I really love the song. It was fun to record. It was fun to film. And I mean, it didn't take long for it to come together, even though I think we recorded it quite a while ago. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of music, right? You know, I personally don't particularly care for trends. I want to make music that sounds good, that feels good, because it becomes timeless. If it really sits well in your soul, you don't have to worry about a date. It's not going to sound dated. You know what I mean? If you get the right producers, you get the right people, you can take something and do it, you know, a particular way. And maybe somebody with some fresh ears will hear it a little differently and want to add this to it and, you know, take that away and do something different with the drums. But our voices didn't change.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I loved what we were able to do with this, because there's like 2 or 3 different versions of this record. And the fact that this is the one that made it out, it made me happy, because I think we recorded this in 2018.
Oh my
like
goodness! That. Wow.
2018, I think. Chill, did you write this?
Well, all of us had a part to do with it because we did some arrangements.
We did arrangements.
We did arrangements and gave it a little lyrical, twist. But so we all wrote it.
Because I know we all got publishing, which is great. But yeah, I'm really proud of the record and how it feels. And then you got we got a nice feature on there. You know what I mean? We got ZNUFF up there. And for me, the best part is that everybody involved was from Paterson. So it's a real hometown feel. So you've got the 5 of us on the record. We're arranging the record. It's produced by, local guys. You got local features. And to me, what it embodies is what Paterson is all about. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you ever went to a hole in the wall restaurant and it was some of the best food and some of the best service and the best sweet tea and the best drinks you've ever had in your life. That's how I feel about Paterson. That's how I feel about my home. You know what I mean? That's what I feel about us. It's a really small city. It's 8.3 square miles, right? It's a very small town, but we're densely populated and we've got a lot of everything there. And I feel like that's what Holds You Down embodies, from production to vocal ability to what we each possess from the top note to the bottom. 5-part harmony at certain points, 3-part harmony at other points, and you never know what's coming, and it still feels good. And you get a little hip hop in there, and everybody's right, homegrown. You can't beat that. So I love the record. It's spinning now. You can find it streaming on all platforms. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. And okay, go. Are you gonna say something or?
No, you got it, mate.
I don't know if you guys can see me, but my computer just did something funny. Can y'all see me still?
We can see you. Yeah, we can see you.
I can definitely see you.
All right, cool. No problem. I can't see you guys, but go ahead. I'm all right.
Oh, well, as long as we can hear you, it's great as well, too. In the meantime, where can we find Hold You Down? Where can we find all your music at, boys?
Everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, TuneCore, it doesn't matter. Whatever your streaming preference is, it's there. You can find it on YouTube. It's everywhere you can find your music, it's there.
Okay. All right. Well, certainly as well, too. And also, Nitty, you also give us an update what you've been up to these days. We had you on before, a part of RIFF as well, and you have a podcast. And tell us what you've been up to.
Man, it's all about RIFF Sounds, man. RIFF Sounds. We're in the kitchen cooking up right now. We just signed with English Promotions on last year. She's doing a great job. RIFF is going to be hitting the stage here this weekend at the Silk City Expo, which is
Hinchcliffe Stadium.
At Hinchcliffe Stadium.
Hinchcliffe.
Okay, excuse me, brother. Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
We're going to be hitting the stage with a live band. And we want everybody, to spread the word, man, that the Lean On Me boys will be taking the stage. You know what I mean? About 4, 5 o'clock. Make sure you do not miss this and come out and let's have some fun, man. I'm just so happy to see that Paterson is really getting it together. They had a big festival on yesterday, man. I mean, they had streets shut down. And it just, I'm happy to see that music is what's driving everybody. The music speaks to the heart. And I love it. I love to see that, man. It makes people smile. They happy. Everybody's grinning. You know what I mean? They're eating food and they're listening to the music. So you're going to get a whole lot of music on this Saturday. If you're around, if you're in the area, the tri-state, come check out them Lean On Me boys. Or the week after, we'll be in Detroit, Michigan at the Ribs and R&B Fest.
Oh, you're making me hungry already. Detroit's known for ribs. You're making me hungry, boys. You're making me hungry.
Somebody in the bathroom?
The Ribs and R&B Fest, we're going to be out in Detroit. It's going to be on the waterfront. And Riff will be taking the stage, man, along with Karen White. A host of other Changing Faces, Case, a whole lot of artists, popular artists will be on the bill. And we're just looking forward to going down there and mollywopping the stage. Jersey style. Jersey style. We're going to be doing this. So we're looking for everybody, man, to come out and rock out with them boys that you know. We're in your homes. We've been in your homes for 34 years. And I'm trying to tell you, we still here, we're rocking, and we appreciate it. Correct. You guys are sticking by us, man. Stay tuned. We're in the tunnel. We have a lot of, good stuff happening. So stay tuned.
Boston. Definitely. You can mention Boston too as well. And
go ahead. You mention it.
All right. Okay. All right. We have Boston. Actually, it's New Bedford, Massachusetts. That's coming up. That's the home of the legendary group Tavares, and you won't believe.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You talking about Heaven? The great songs like Heaven. What is it? A nickel for your. What is that? Nitty.
Penny for your thoughts. A nickel for your kiss.
Yes.
Oh my God,
more than a woman. So I want to give them a shout
one of
out.
My favorites. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I want to give them a shout out too as well. Chubby, he was the lead singer. Him and his brother. Those guys are inspirations to us as well. So we're going to be in their hometown on September the 21st. And I want to give you a quick story, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Go ahead, guys.
All right. One of the first songs RIFF learned was a song that's called Guidance Star. I'll be a guiding star, my darling, cross my heart. I'll never leave you in the dark. So that was one of the first records we learned with harmony and everything. So for the first time, I want to say last year, we had a chance to go up there and perform with them. And we never knew that Chubby was going to be at the show. And it was one of his last time being there at the show because of him retiring due to health reasons, his vocals and everything. And it kind of like, you talking about an icon who you always looked up to as a singer. So I'm shocked I didn't mention it earlier, but it was one of the highlights of my life to just see him in our presence in our dressing room. And he came there and he acknowledged that he knew of the group and that he loved the group very well. And he said, I love you guys and I encourage y'all. If I can do nothing else but pass the torch on to you guys, I would do it right now. And we got a chance to perform Heaven on that night while he was there. And he was very impressed with it. And that's one of the performances of a lifetime from my experience while he was in the audience. So that's the next gig that's coming up after the Ribbon R&B Fest in Detroit. Is we're going to be right back among those, fans and friends and family. And we're going to show up and we're going to show out and we're going to do some of them Tavares songs too as well. So I just wanted to just let you know that September 21st.
Sounds great. Is there anything else you guys want to mention before we put a close on this here? Any final thoughts or anything else you want to mention here? Nitty, Smooth, Anthony, Andre, one more thing from you guys?
Yeah, just check out our video, Hold You Down. That's out. YouTube. Don't forget, go get that song. It's on Spotify. It's on every digital platform. Let's like Chill said, let's show up and show out. Let's get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to say you can follow us, everything. RIFF Sounds. That's YouTube, that's Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. RIFF Sounds. Okay. Follow us. And I promise you, you send us a message and let us know that you're following us, and we'll get you right back. You know what I mean? And I just want to see that real music is coming back. Stay tuned.
You got it. And Andre, any final thoughts before we go?
Final thoughts from me, Mike, is I just want to say thank you for having us on. I really appreciate being here. I appreciate your platform. I love the way you're moving. I'm learning from you. Man, you talk fast and you get those promos going. That's right. You make those crowds. You do what you're supposed to do. And all I'll say is this: it's not a plug. It's just that real music still exists. Real singers are here. Everything's not auto-tuned. Everything is not a production track behind it. Some people are playing real live instruments. Real instrumentation matters. Real vocals matter. And we need to keep pushing the artist development and the artist, really getting out there on stage and doing what needs to be done, because it's becoming a lost art. We really need to get back to it.
Okay, definitely as well. And what's the website again? How do people contact you or get a hold of your music?
Everything RIFF Sounds. You can go and just punch up RIFF Sounds, whatever you want to look for, and it's coming up. Yeah.
We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and it's RIFF Sounds across the board. Yeah. And if you need to contact our management, you can contact, what is it? English Promotions. English Promotions is for management for booking. And we'll be available through her. And her name is Lisa, and she does a wonderful job, and we'll take care of business that way. We will come to your town. We will come to your state. We will come to your country.
We will come to your backyard.
Right in your backyard.
Yes, that's a great idea. Bring the ribs and everything else. We're at the Multi-Town Riff, featuring Nitty Green, Snoop B, Anthony Fuller, and also Stephen Capers, Andre Jackson, Mike Wagner Show. Guys, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to him soon. Thanks for stopping by. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Glad to have you back. And Nitty, great to hear from you. Anthony, Andre, Stephen, just keep in touch and look forward to having soon. You guys are amazing. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Mike.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey there, Dana Alexa here, American News anchor. Hey, let me ask you something real quick. Why do you read a book? You're buying a story, a thought, a message, and a good book entertains and inspires, and that's exactly what Missing by award-winning author Mian Zia does. I have his book right here, and it's based on real events with relatable characters that hook you from start to finish. I personally love this book. It's super powerful and meaningful. You can actually get it on Amazon right now.
The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Serena Wagner's book, The Sweet Psalmist, now available on Amazon. This book includes 30 exquisite paintings by well-known and unknown painters and King David Psalms. The Sweet Psalmist gives us a new perspective on his life in this book. Through the Psalms he wrote, his time as a shepherd in the field is where the book starts, and it goes on to describe his complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul as well as other events. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. It also offers advice on approaching God and living a life that pleases him. Check out the book, The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, now available on Amazon. Keywords, Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.